Boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's probably about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting on the front porch Saturday morning. I'm just going to cook some cabbage in that today. The medicine I'm on warns against being, exposed to the sunlight for prolonged periods and getting too hot. And they don't say what too hot is, but yesterday was 102, today's going to be 103. It's going to be a while before I can get back to that fence. I just can't risk a stroke just to finish a fence. I mean, I've got the hardest work done, and can you imagine being on the last 100-foot section and having a stroke? So I just thought I'd touch base with you. It's been a while. So you'll see this Sunday morning. I'm recording this Saturday of 2025, February. I'm kidding. I know my last few videos had people kind of scratching their head about when I was doing it and when I was uploading it. I just got a few videos ahead of myself, and so I was making certain I let you know what day I was actually doing the work on, and then I ended up making it even more confusing. So anyway, 2025, the weather's great. Come on in. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Let me add this. Yesterday, the humidity was 97%. That's like South American jungle levels of humidity. And if you've ever tried breathing water-saturated air into damaged lungs, you've not lived. Just want to say this one other thing, and I put this on my Facebook page. BC Blades is my Facebook page, by the way. There's people, this is a scam, and it's not a recent scam, but it's a scam that's happening more and more frequently. In Pakistan, Wazirabad to be specific, they make these junk knives, and the steel they make them out of is junk, and they're using people who get pennies a day using danger. I mean, it's basically a sweatshop, and they're not quite slave labor, but it's nearly slave labor. So they melt down toasters and washing machines and brake drums and bicycles, and then they make steel, and they call it Damascus, and it is not hardenable. It's not good steel. They pay these guys pennies to make them, and then they sell these chef kits. I'll see if I can roll a couple of pictures in. They sell these 3, 4, 5, 6-piece chef kits, and you can buy them directly from Wazirabad for $55. And the more you buy, the cheaper the sets are. And they come with these leather roll-up, not a suitcase, but tool bag type of thing. And they're absolute junk. The fit and finish is junk. There's gaps between the handles and the steel, and what's happening is people are buying them from Wazirabad or Alibaba or Temu for peanuts, and then they're putting them on Facebook Marketplace, and they're putting them on the knife making forums, all the knife making forums that allow people to sell their knives, handmade custom knives that they've made. These guys slip in and put these ridiculous fake Damascus, we call it Pakmascus. It's kind of derogatory, but it's a perfect description because it's a certain type of Damascus that's inferior to any other Damascus, especially American-made Damascus. And they're selling them for hundreds of dollars, and from a distance they look like they might be okay, and they talk them up, and they don't say where they're made. They say Japanese inspired or some other fancy terminology, but they don't say where they're made or what they're made out of or the type of steel they are, because they have no way of knowing, because they throw so much junk in to melt it down to make these knives. There's no way of knowing what percentage is carbon, what percentage is nickel. Anyway, don't if you see these on Facebook Marketplace or any of the knife making forums, don't buy them. They are junk. All right, that's all for today. Okie dokie. Now put a little bit of pepper in there. I got a fan blowing on me, so I hope it doesn't blow it off the. A little bit of salt. And how did you get in there? I'll never get that out. Okay, let's go stick it in the solar oven. Well, I may have jumped the gun on this. Sun's not even up over the tree yet. It's not even 8 o'clock. I thought it was a little later, but I got it in here, and we'll let it stew for a few hours. So I'm gonna set this ahead of the sun just a little bit. Yeah. All right. We'll be back when the shadow of the legs are on the other side. Well, I gave it a taste. It needs a little something. I think I'm gonna put a little Texas Pete on here. It's really hot. Give me a second. Oh yeah, that's actually really good with some hot sauce on it. All right, tomorrow I'm cooking a bit of a brisket. We got a brisket right there, and I'm gonna cut some of it off, cook it in the solar oven, and I may go to my leather shop and make some sheaths or a sheath, but still not getting on that fence until it cools way down. It's just unbearably hot out. All right, have a good one, y'all. They said it could possibly get as high as 105 today. Beautiful.